How do you assess the Kyrie Luka situation with Kyrie being there for the first 5 games as a Mav so far?
I mean, despite what Skip Bayless said earlier this week, I think that he's done relatively well. You're getting what you expect from Kyrie Irving, and that is an offensive just eruption. I mean, the man is good for anywhere from 25 to 30 points a game when given the proper opportunity, and we've seen that. In his first game with Luka against the Sacramento Kings, he went off, or should I say, both of them had done their due diligence, and Luka had 27, Kyrie had 28. We end up losing that game, but that is because we had some inconsistencies in the, I believe, in the end of the at the end of the game where we couldn't really make a definitive decision on who was going to take that final shot. And then, of course, you move into the Minnesota game, and it's pretty much kind of in that same area. Luka goes off for where is it? Luka goes for 33, Kyrie goes for 36, 26 in the fourth quarter, goes 11 of 12 in the fourth. Again, the problem isn't the offense. It never would be. It never will be with those two of the most dominant ball handlers, two of the most prevalent scorers in the NBA. I mean, I believe Luka Doncic leads the NBA in first quarter points, most points scored in the first quarter. Kyrie leads the NBA in most points scored in the fourth quarter. So again, it's not necessarily a surprise that they are putting up the numbers that they are. It's going to be about meshing. It's going to be about defense because we lost our best on-ball defender in Dorian Finney-Smith. And of course, Maxi Kleba, our best big defender, is out, and Christian Wood isn't exactly known as a rim protector. So when you talk about the Mavericks as a whole, we're just going to have to shoot everybody out. We're going to have to score more points than everybody. We're going to have to find a way to get critical stops at the end. And at the end of the day, that's not going to be enough for me. I'm not mad at the trade from the offensive aspect that we're getting. As I said when this happened 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, I know what Kyrie's going to give me offensively. I didn't like what we had gave up to get him. Again, being our best on-ball defender and our issue in these last few games being defense, we're not losing by a lot. We lost to Minnesota by 3. We lost to Sacramento by 5. We lost to Denver today by 9, and we didn't have Kyrie on the floor, but they also didn't have Jamal Murray. And Jeff Green ended up having a career night, and he went out and scored 24 points tonight. So it's not like we're out here getting blown out. It's not like we're out here not giving a good fight. It's just a matter of we cannot stop a nosebleed. I mean, I watched a couple of specific plays tonight and just the brief bit of the fourth quarter that I was able to watch. And we were just allowing backdoor passes. We were allowing the pick and roll. We weren't trying to fight over screens. I mean, it looks like the team just does not genuinely give two shits about playing defense. And I have no idea why that is. I don't know if that's lack of coaching. I don't know if that's because we're a different team than we were last year, even though last year we were a top 10 overall defensive team. I have no idea. But when you're talking about Luka Doncic having to carry this team on his back for the last 4 to 5 years, and then you have a game like today where he has 33 points. It's not an issue of what Luka's going to give you. 37 points, but he was negative 12 in the plus minus. What are you supposed to do with that? You are just getting scored on every opportunity you can. They are literally looking at you and they're saying, I'm coming at you. Granted, Reggie Bullock was a negative 14. Josh Green was a negative 20. But Reggie Bullock also had 3 points and Josh Green had 6 points. So when you look at the plus minus, that also has to include what they do on the offensive end. They weren't doing much. And I know that those two players are more known for their defensive aspect anyway. Luka Doncic has got the ball in his hands every single second that he's on the court. So yes, your plus minus is going to look a lot bigger in terms of what it ends up being because you're being attacked on the defensive end and you have the ball in your hands offensively every possession. I don't necessarily think it was the greatest idea to trade for Kyrie. I stand by that. I don't think that Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith were going to bring us a championship. But the fact that it is going to basically be shot for shot for shot, who's going to take it, who's got the hotter hand, but neither of us are going to play defense. I think that that's going to end up being the issue that kills us in the playoffs if we even make it because we're on a 3-game skid right now. We're going into the All-Star break as the 6 or 7 seed, and who the hell knows what's going to happen? I mean, we're looking at LaMarcus Aldridge to sign him as a free agent. I don't even know what the hell we're doing. That 37-year-old big that is just, again, not a big that we need for anything defensive. If anything, he would be somebody to alleviate the bigs for an offensive spark. I don't understand what Dallas is doing. And again, I think that the offensive capabilities of what the team can do are not endless, but are very high. It's the defense that's the biggest issue. So I don't know how it's going to pan out, but it hasn't been horrible thus far.